Oh yeah. But first, you guys know the drill. What's up, buddy? Hanging in there? I had to wear some long socks because my ankles are getting just bit up from all these bugs out here. What's going on, boys? Welcome back to the channel. I hope you guys are doing well. Today is an awesome day if you're a car guy. I think every car guy loves this day. It is unboxing parts day. These boxes are E92 specific. We're not gonna touch on these today. Today what we're doing is in this box, and oh yeah, baby. What we have is, and it's funny, you guys are gonna make fun of me for this. Well, if you follow the channel. If you don't follow the channel, smash that subscribe button or give it a tap or poke it with your nose on your cell phone or do whatever you want to do to hit the subscribe button, because we have a ton of stuff coming up with all three of the builds going on. The S2000 build, the E92 build, and the E36 build. So let's see, I always talk too much. Some of you guys give me crap about it, so I'm not gonna drag on for too long. But the S2000, that's where I'm gonna start off. Recently had this supercharged. So right now this is bone stock motor with a Kraftwerks supercharger, Skunk 2 alpha header into a test pipe into a Mugen titanium exhaust. The Mugen titanium exhaust, if you don't know, is a fantastic exhaust because it has no drone. And the way it accomplishes that is through a canister down there you can't see with some teeny tiny little piping out the back. Now, that piping makes it sound awesome. It gives it no drone whatsoever, but it is just a stranglehold on horsepower, especially for forced induction applications. It is not made for forced induction. I was on the fence about upgrading it because I love the way it sounds, but one of you guys had a really good point in saying that the S2000, the engine bay gets super hot as is without a supercharger. With a supercharger, it adds even more heat. Now, add into that the exhaust I have on here, the Mugen exhaust, really isn't free-flowing at all, like whatsoever. And that's going to hurt not only performance, not only horsepower numbers, but it's going to make the engine bay way hotter than it should be. So what I did, actually another one of you guys reminded me of an exhaust that I tried to order, but wasn't available at the time, and I went back and looked, and it actually is available now, and that's the T1R 70mm, I believe, Dual Sparrow exhaust. Again, this one is claimed to have no drone, and it actually, from a lot of aftermarket shops and a lot of car guys, they say it's the best for producing horsepower in the S2000. Now, an NA 4-cylinder car an exhaust doesn't really add that much horsepower anyway. I mean, if you get 5, 6, 10 horsepower from an exhaust, you're doing well. So I'm not expecting the world out of this, but taking out the tiny exhaust on a forced induction application and putting in a much bigger exhaust, that should free up a lot of horsepower. Right now the car sits at like, I want to say it's like 330 or 340 to the wheels, and my tuner thinks with a better exhaust we should be able to see like 370 to 380. So it's definitely worth it to upgrade it in this situation. Not to mention, I can sell the Mugen exhaust for probably close to what the T1R costs. So it should be a wash. And if you want the Mugen exhaust, hit me up. Here's my IG. Just hit me up on there and we can work something out. I'll ship it. Hopefully it can fit in this box. If not, I'd prefer local pickup. But anyway, we'll get to that later. But today what I'm going to do is unbox that T1R so we can see what it looks like. I'm going to install it too, but that's probably gonna be in a different video. But I need to get this done today because my tuner is either going to get this back on the dyno tonight, which is Thursday, or tomorrow. So I wanna get this wrapped up. So anyway, let's get to unboxing this so we can see what the T1R exhaust looks like for the S2000. I have so much stuff that I've ordered for these builds. The E92, I have new suspension, new wheels, some other stuff too. I forgot all the stuff I've ordered. we gotta grow this channel because my bank account is hurting. So I actually ordered this from Evasive. And if you're into imports or car stuff, you will know them. They're a big online retailer. Oh, okay. Let me show you guys this. So this is how it's packed. Nice. Dude, this piping is so much bigger than the Mugen. Oh, nice. New gaskets. I was hoping that I would get that. Nice. Here we are. T1R Dual Sparrow. Man, it seems like it's a lot less than the Mugen. You know what, this is what I thought was just gonna be an unboxing video. Literally took no time at all, and I don't do unboxing videos, so I probably missed a bunch of stuff. But I'm just gonna turn this into a full-blown install video. So next thing I'm gonna do is get the car jacked up and probably remove the Mugen exhaust so we can lay it out side by side and you can see the differences in them, because I'm telling you, the Mugen exhaust, it sounds amazing. And for NA applications, I 1,000,000% recommend it. Like if you're gonna stay NA and do NA mods and you care about sound, well, you don't want drone. If you don't want drone, go Mugen exhaust all day. But anyway, I'm gonna get this thing jacked up, which is a chore in itself. I'm gonna have to move some boxes around, so you guys will see this when it's already up in the air. All right, so S2000 in the air. Now you can get a better look at this exhaust. Again, I really do like this exhaust. It's definitely one of the better sounding exhausts, especially considering the drone thing again, but just this piping is just so small. So yeah, I'm gonna take this out. The spoon mounts are holding up good. Those spoon mounts. For those of you that don't know, I have spoon differential mounts in this. This car's awesome, man. Okay, time to start taking it apart. I'm gonna start by just taking this apart, taking it off this one, and then I'll make my way down to the test pipe. All right, boys, so here it is, the Mugen exhaust. And you can see this piping specifically, once it breaks from the main pipe to the mufflers, it's just so tiny. It's very, very small, but it's just such a good exhaust. Some cool details about it too. I mean, this thing's absolutely mint. I like the tips. The tips are dope. And then you got this. Then on the bottom of each muffler, I don't know if we'll be able to pick that up, but that's pretty sweet. I wish that were on the top or somewhere where you could see it. Let me see if I can flip this one over. And we got like I said, this thing is absolutely mint. Let's see that. So, if any of you guys want, oh yeah, I buzzed my head too. What do you think? Way easier to do this way. If any of you guys want, are interested in that, let me know. It'll probably go on my IG here before I actually post this video. So if you want it and it's still available, hit me up on my IG. But check my IG either way. Again, I'll put a link to that somewhere down there. It's always in the description. But yeah, I'm gonna be selling that, and let's see if I can get a side-by-side of the T1R to just see the differences of the piping. You know what, I just thought of this. I'm gonna try and leave the bubble wrap on while I install, just to try and keep this as clean as possible. But I can already tell it's just a massive difference in piping. So now I'm gonna install this, and we'll do a cold start afterwards. All right, boys. Mugen out, T1R in, and I will say it does line up good now. So now it lines up great, but fitment Fitment is a pain in the butt. Like all the reviews say, this doesn't fit well, that doesn't fit well. This back hanger, I don't know if I can, it hits the subframe. It's like these hanger brackets need to be pointed out. It doesn't fit that great. It can be done, like I got everything lined up now, but it definitely took a lot of persuasion, for sure. Here's the last part I was waiting on, so I can do it with you guys. This is like some satisfying stuff right here. Oh, baby. There we go. Turned out pretty well. It is pretty dang even. Yeah, the moment of truth, new exhaust. Any car guy, the first thing they want to hear is a cold start. And this is gonna be a cold start. So. All right, boys. So the T1R is installed, and depending on a few things, I can get this tuned, and the next thing you'll see is a dyno. How much horsepower this thing made with the Mugen exhaust compared to how much horsepower it makes with the T1R exhaust with much, much bigger piping. Boys, so we're back from the dyno, but as soon as Roman got the car on the dyno with the new T1R exhaust, he made one run and it was automatically like 30 or 20 horsepower higher. So I was wrong before we were right at 300 horsepower and like 201 torque again, and that was with the Mugen exhaust. So now where it sits is we're at about just under 350 wheel horsepower and about 220 wheel torque-ish. It pulls a lot harder, it feels a lot better, and again, the main reason I wanted to do this was I was just concerned about the engine bay getting hot or adding extra heat. If you have all that back pressure from the smaller exhaust, that's going to create more heat in the engine bay, and it already runs hot anyway, especially with a supercharger. So now that I have a proper sized exhaust on there, that'll help a little bit, and it gave me at peak about 50 wheel horsepower, close to it. So was it worth it? 100% worth it. I already sold the Mugen exhaust. I sold it for basically what I bought the T1R for, so it was basically a wash, and it enhanced this car. And I was stuck in rush hour on the way home, so I haven't really been able to test out drone. So that is something I will do a review on the T1R Dual Sparrow, just like I did the Mugen exhaust. And yeah, if you're interested in that, smash that subscribe button. But that's gonna do it for this video, guys. I hope you guys are doing well. Thanks for watching the video, and I will see you on the next one. Peace.